welcome back to the channel. I'm with IJ and we are locked in. This is Beauty in the Black recap for episode 6. And let me tell you, our girl Kimmy is going through it. Every time we look up, it's a left, right. They on her butt. And we know about that lawsuit that's going on over at the company. Yeah, it's about to go down for real. And someone's about to lose a couple billion, not a couple million, a couple billion. Before we jump into this and break down episode 6, if you like this kind of content, a family that's dysfunctional, a girl that's trying to find her way through society and save her best friend, then Beauty in Black, not Beauty in Black or Beauty in Black. I was thinking Beauty and the Beast, but there ain't no beast though here. Beauty in Black. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit your subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button, and we're on that road to 100K, 100,000 subscribers. So help a brother out, hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into it. This is episode 6 of our 8-part series, Beauty in Black. I told you in the intro that it's getting real out here. People are outside protesting because over 43 people have got cancer from the products, the relaxer to be specific. So Calvin pulls up. He has Miss Mallory in the back seat with Jules, and she's like, man, what the heck? He said, don't worry, I'll take you around to the garage because they ain't trying to be involved in this nonsense. We know Jules is playing each side. He's over with Uncle Norman. He's over here with Horace. He's over here with Mallory. He's over here with Kimmie. He's over here with the strip club. He's over here with Roy. And right now, he's trying to figure out where they are moving Auntie. Because right now it's looking bad. But remember, Norman doesn't trust him at this point. So obviously, Mallory's thinking, are you trying to set me up? Are you trying to get me to say or admit to something that I did not do? Because we know you can't trust anybody and everyone is a suspect until we remove him from the board. And we know she's guilty. Angel got kicked out of his baby mama house, so he's been staying at the Motel BBL. And you know it got a little smell in there. But while he's here, Kimmy, she's going through it because as of right now, she believes that Rain is unalive and hasn't heard from her. Well, she looked out the window and it looks like Angel's baby mama, not only did she break the windows and knock the side mirrors off, she caught this damn charger on fire. Luckily for him, it ain't a Hemi, it ain't an RT, it's just a charger. Maybe take the R off of it, it's just a charge. But he comes out here and he's upset because all his clothes were in there. Angel came back inside after putting the fire out in his car. And he's like, why you ain't help me? Why you ain't help me when they jumped on me? Why you ain't help me when they caught my car on fire? But Kimmy is crying. And the reason she's crying is because this is the Motel BBL. She told Rain multiple times not to get that BBL. I even told her not to. But she did, and they used hardware products. So now Angel's like, yeah, they wanted me to do it because Salvo, they wanted him to inject it in his little man in front of him so he can get a bigger man. I'm like, man, this is some wild stuff. And she's in here crying because the memory of her best friend Rain, and then not only that, the stench of this Motel BBL is still lingering in this room. At the hospital, Norman doesn't know who to trust because last time we seen him in the room, some random nurse came in and she was talking good talk. Oh, you're a good husband. But she did something. And now his wife, her brain is swelling. So he's trying to move her from this hospital to another one because there's too much influence by his family and he's paranoid, which he isn't wrong. And he believes his brother is the one that did it. So he's talking to this guy, John. Now the doctor comes over and says, who is this guy, John? He's like, don't worry about it. We're moving my wife today, right now. And remember, he already called Horace and said he's going to get both of his sons. So right now he's trying to protect his wife before he makes his move. Mallory shows up to the hospital because they're trying to find out what's happening to Auntie. Where are they moving her? Because Norman doesn't trust Jules and Jules is working with everybody. But since Mallory is married into the family, Norman, he's kind of open to her. He trusts her way more than he does Charles and Roy. So she's like, if there's anything I can do, I'm so sorry. He's like, yeah, well, I'm moving her right now. I'll get in contact with you when I need to, but I'm definitely about to get her up out of here because I don't trust the hospital or any of their family members. And even she's like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean because the family is dysfunctional, but she's the one that did this crime. Roy pulls up in that drop top Phantom, and when he gets there, everyone's out there protesting. But he don't give a damn. He's cocky, and plus he's probably high or drunk right now, or maybe both. So he he parks and he hops out and walks straight through the crowd. The lady's like, my kid has cancer. He was like, oh, well, my bad. And he continues to walk on, but everyone's recording him. So of course this is going to look bad for the company, but this is Roy we're talking about. Can we really expect him to do something that we can call commendable? No. Roy walks up to the building, and if you remember the lawyer, Lena, that served Mallory, well, she just served him too. And it turns out they went to school together, and Roy used to chase after her. He thought she looked familiar. She's attractive. We know Roy, he was on all the ladies, but he was high. He don't remember who he was trying to talk to. But she's basically saying, oh, you run this company? You should settle. Here's my card. So Roy's like, damn, I tried to holler at her, but I do run the company. Maybe I should probably try to meet up with her or hook up with her or do both. But he ends up firing security because he got served. He's like, why'd you let her in here? But the security's like, man, I didn't know. Roy goes upstairs and he's pissed, and he goes straight to Mallory's office. No security. He really out here like that. But Jillian is in here, and he's like, wait a minute. You came into the room earlier. Did you come in there on purpose? Or is Mallory trying to set me up? Because remember, he called her. She's like, nah, I just came in here. And she went to go see your aunt. He's still hesitant, but at this point, he's kind of losing it. Like, man, you know what? The hell with Mallory. And he's trying to see what Jillian is on, but he ain't trying to get caught up with nothing. And you can tell she's pushing up on him because she wants to get even with Calvin from what he did with Mallory in the back of the Tahoe. Kimmy ends up calling her sister because she's sending her money. Now, her sister is sitting outside away from her mother and that man, Frank. And Kimmy's like, did you get the money? She's like, nah, man, mama took it. I'm gonna need you to send me some more. Because we know how the mom is. She dropped Kimmie off because she's doing whatever Frank says. So Kimmie says, listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you some money through a wire. If y'all go to the grocery store, it's gonna be in your name. Sneak away from mom and Frank and get that money. Now the sister is talking about she wants to get out of here, and once she turns 18 in 2 years, because she's 16 now, she wants to come and live with her sister. Now the only problem is Kimmie is living in a motel BBL, and this is not ideal for an 18-year-old, let alone however old Kimmie is. Jules comes up to talk to Roy, and we know Roy's been going through it. He thinks Jillian is trying to set him up, but he also tells Jules about Kimmie and saying, man, that girl called my wife. Someone called my wife, and I think it was her. So Jules is talking about, I can handle that. He's like, nah, I got it. I want to see her suffer. But in reality, everyone has their own agenda. Roy's not really thinking about the body as much as anyone else because he know he didn't do it and Mallory did. But see, Jules doesn't know who actually did it, but he's trying to figure it out to cover himself, especially when it comes to Uncle Norman. So Roy, he's feeling himself because why? Lena done hyped him up. You in charge. You running things around here. So he's telling Jules, get all the protesters off the sidewalk. We own the sidewalk. But unfortunately, the law is the sidewalk belongs to the city, so you don't own it. And Jules is like, all right, I'll take care of that, even though he really not. But then Roy's saying, you know what? Since I'm in charge, since I'm the big dog, I'm going to go and meet up with that attorney, Lena, and I'm going to try to negotiate something, and I'm going to try to get at her, whatever one comes first. So Roy, he's out of his mind if he thinks he can pull this one off. Kimmie's going through it right now. She believes that Rain is gone. Her sister ain't got no money, living with her mom and Frank. This isn't the life she dreamed of. And she's also sad that her little sister seen her mama drop her off at a store. Now, Angel, he's trying his best to cope and be there for her, say, I know what you're going through. And she's like, you don't. So they devise up a plan, and they're finally going to go through with it. They're going to rob the old man horse. And after they rob him, they're going to go get her sister and hopefully they get enough money that they can run away. But we know they can't manage money. But this is a start, I guess. They don't have any IDs. It's not like they can get a part-time job or anything. Norman has his wife in the back of this ambulance against the damn doctor's wishes, and they're riding to the next spot. But while they're riding, this guy named John, he's like, uh-oh, pull over, man. Her blood pressure's low. Norman's going off. What are you doing? You said you could save her. He's like, dog, why you yelling at me? I can't save her right now. I'm trying to save myself from your crazy ass. But Norman, he's losing it because he already believes that someone set him up. So what Norman does next is definitely unexpected, but you never know with this family, to be honest with you. Jules goes and talks to Mallory. And the reason he's going to talk to Mallory is because he knows Roy is not capable of talking to Lena, the lawyer. So he tells Mallory that's what he's trying to do. He's like, look, Roy's going to talk to Lena. Now, at this point, Mallory doesn't believe that he's about to try to broker a deal. She thinks that he's trying to go over there and knock something down. Well, if that happens, I'm pretty sure Roy's not going to turn it down. But Mallory needs to realize that Roy, he has it in his head that he really does run this company. She just married into it. I told you the thing that Norman did next was unexpected and unthinkable. He's asking John, you know my brother? He's like, no, I don't. Bow. Pops him in the head. He asked the little nurse over here, you know my brother? She's like, no. I promise I don't. I don't know nothing. I don't even know what I'm doing in this ambulance. I was supposed to be working. Bow. He catches a couple bodies here because his wife is in here and he just can't trust anybody. So what does he do? He lets off a couple of shots and anybody can get it. You just walking by and you hear gunshots going off in the ambulance, like, oh shoot, remind me not to go to that hospital. Uncle Norman hops about the Stanley Hart Anderson Hospital ambulance, and well, the two paramedics that were driving, they caught bullets too. Baka, baka. They both laying on the ground. We got a train going by. We got regular traffic. Norman just don't care. In the bottom of the ambulance, it says call 911. You're gonna need more than 911. We're gonna need a SWAT because Uncle Norman, he's upset. And when he's upset with a gun, you want to stay away. All right, there you go. Episode 6. If you had to choose, are you gonna be on Team Norman's side or are you gonna be on Team Horace's side? You're gonna have to choose because the family is divided right now. And Norman said he after the two sons. If he would do this to these innocent people, it ain't no telling what he would do to family members because this is for his wife. Let me know what you think. Tune in tomorrow for episode 7. I'm ModeIJ. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're trying to break down a new show every single day for the whole year, 365 days. So let me know if there's anything on Netflix you want me to break down. Make it 2025 shows though, or movies. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.